What's going on? Welcome to today's episode of the podcast. We don't have a name for it yet, but we'll come up with something. And what we want to do is, I don't know, man. Let's have a discussion. So every time we talk, me and this guy, we talk about stuff off camera or whatever, regular discussions or whatever. We always come up with it, and it's like, dang, we could have had an episode of the podcast or
Yeah.
whatever. And so today he's just like, man, I'm just gonna set up and let's just go for it. So we're going for it. So
Going for it.
we're going for it. Something that he wanted to talk about, which he's, I guess if you know us, you know that we're kind of like nerdy and stuff like that, which it's cool or whatever. But something that we wanted to talk about today is the technology, basically, and one of the topics that he brought up was what's it called?
The AI, the Photoshop AI. I think?
The one
Oh,
before.
the-
You just gave away a topic, dude.
That's fine.
the first one,
The Vision, the Apple Vision.
the Apple Vision. And see, that's something I had seen that this morning, or I saw it on a post.
Uh-huh.
I saw it on the post and I was like, I didn't really look into it until you like spoke about it or whatever. So when you're telling me about it, it's like, it's kind of mind blowing, dude.
I actually saw it on. It was I think it was a YouTube commercial. I was watching a YouTube video, and then I know salen los commercials. So it was a commercial. I was like, "What is Apple Vision?" Because they were talking about, I think, using it like for FaceTime, or I don't really remember what the commercial was about. But then I, typed it in. I know Apple Vision.
Yeah.
And it's gonna come out. I think it was next year. You can probably see it. You guys can see it, but we can see it down here.
He has a computer right there. He's got the setup. If y'all guys could see the setup here,
We'll make it nicer.
make it nicer.
So this thing is supposed to work like I want to say like an iPad, but in your face. Because it has apps, it has everything, or like a phone. It has everything, like from apps to like phone calling to watching movies, watching videos, doing your, I don't know, like keeping up with your calendar and stuff like that. Like
Basically, everything you do on an iPad
Yeah.
here.
everything you do on an iPad, on an iPhone, or a computer, you can do it on your face.
That is so.
On your face. And it kind of looks like the Ready Player One movie. I don't know if you've seen it.
I've never seen that movie, man. Why don't you tell me a little bit about it?
It's about it's a video game. It's kind of like the VR, but it's more real, kind of like the video game.
Uh-huh.
So it's more hands-on. I don't even think in the movie they have like the little handles. Everything's done like this. Everything, because this thing has like sensors and cameras. So everything you're doing with your hands,
Kind of like real time
Yeah.
kind of deal.
everything you're doing with your hands, the goggles will pick it up.
Is that on Netflix? Hulu?
It's Amazon Prime, I think,
I'm gonna watch it today, man.
or HBO. One of those two. So yeah, like, because I saw that they hooked it up to, I think it was an Xbox, and they're playing. I think it was like the basketball one. I don't know what's called, NBA
Oh
or
yeah,
K2, whatever.
yeah. Kate.
Um, And yeah, like you can make the screen bigger with your fingers, because it has like little, kind of like the computer. Like you grab the corner and you can do that with your hand, because the thing has sensors. I think it has like 4.
So like, sense your hand doing that and like,
Yeah, I want to say it's like your phone, how it has that sensitivity thing, but kind of like the drones, también, like the sense like proximity.
oh yeah,
So it has like, I think 4 on the bottom, 4 on the top. I'm not sure. I was looking at it earlier, but see, like they have multiple screens open. You can be doing multiple things at the same time while you're sitting here. Like
well, you're literally seeing your office though, like
Yeah,
your space where you're at.
yeah.
So it's not restricting like what you're looking like. You can
No.
still see what's going on.
Yeah. But I think there is a mode, because it has like a little wheel on the top. Like, let's say you take it on the airplane, you're watching a movie, you can make everything else disappear. Like you can have a background on your computer. You can do that with the goggles. So
I have it.
so you don't have to see people, whatever. You crank that up, and it'll get rid of your background. Let's see if I can find something. See, like you watch movies. You can. Oh, you can also record. You put them on and like you press record and it'll record whatever you're watching, whatever you're seeing.
Hey, that's what's up for like vlogging or like something like that.
Like first person view.
Yeah, first person view. You're with your family and don't want to miss the moments. Like it's doing that for you.
It'd be like awkward, you know, having goggles.
Yeah.
But you can see everything and you can make the screen bigger. Like it's crazy, dude. Like so you can be on FaceTime. What it does is I was watching you hold the goggles in front of you and it like scans your face and it makes like a 3D version of your face. So, kind of like and animates it.
Yeah, yeah.
So whenever you're on FaceTime, they're watching an animated version of your face. And you're watching them at the same time. So they're looking at you, but it's like a
Like an animation.
yeah, kind of like whenever you play games. What's it called? The little monito.
Like a emoji. No, not emoji.
No, it's what's it called?
Like your little character.
Yeah, like a character.
Bitmoji or something like. I don't
Not
know.
a Bitmoji. It's more real. It's I forgot what it's called. There's a name for it. So let's see that this little thing. It's a little wheel. So let's say you're on a plane watching a movie and you don't want to see everybody else. You like crank it up and it'll like make a background. And I think you can make it to whatever background you want.
Hey, do you think this is like the nightmare for like the old school?
Kind of.
Let me ask you something, bro. How do you think this is gonna affect negatively and positively, bro? Because it's like everything. Like there's always innovation, technology pops up, new things pop up, just like new music, new movies. And you could either take it negatively or positively, depending on who the user is or whatever.
Yeah.
How do you think this might affect negatively, bro?
It'll make you more antisocial because you're not gonna go anywhere, bro.
I got everything on my face.
I mean, the por si already, like people don't really go out. They're just on their computers, either playing games or talking to people. There's people that know people from, I don't know, like let's say another state, and you know everything about them, but you never seen them in your life. You never had a one-on-one conversation, and this is just gonna make that worse, you know. And as a good thing, I want to say like, plus you don't have to be like on your laptop as you hunched over or on your phone. You know, you can just put them on and just sit there.
It makes it more convenient, I think, bro.
Yeah, convenience is what these companies go for, bro.
Yeah, that's what, because if you remember, like you've seen the Jobs movie.
Yeah.
His goal was to make the Apple computer to where, I think there's a quote in the movie, or he says something in the movie. I don't know exactly. I don't remember exactly the words, but it was something that he said, like, to boil it down, like your housewife could use it, your husband could use it, your kids could use it, anybody could use it without having to have like a computer background.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Apple has been doing throughout these years. They have been making things so convenient, bro.
Yeah.
And like I said, it could affect negatively, it could affect positively, but bro, I think it all has to do with who's using the things, how far you want to take things, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, convenience is why taxis are going out of business. Because Uber, you know, you don't have to leave your house anymore because you can get shit delivered to your house.
True,
you know,
true.
Groceries and toilet paper, whatever.
Bro, and I use the heck out of deliveries, bro. Like, I literally like get home from being out. Like, I'm driving home, right? And since we're talking about convenience and how, like,
yeah,
you know, we like convenience,
store or whatever.
Bro. No, not even. Like, I'm driving home, and I literally pass by a store, bro, and I'm like, I don't want to stop. Like, I'll drive home and then I'll call, you know, LNR or somebody. Yeah, I'll call LNR and be like, hey, you working or whatever, and like I'll be right there or whatever. And it's like cool, but it's so convenient, bro. But you know, but I'll tell you something. On my part, I noticed that that has, because before, pues I didn't have we didn't have a delivery service or whatever. So it's like, pues a fuerzas, you had to get off. You know,
not be lazy. Are convenient.
Yeah,
even drive-thrus are convenient. Oh, you don't have to get off. You just go to the window and be like, "Hey, give me a Coke."
Yeah,
and then they'll bring it to you. But now it's like you don't even have to stop at the store. You just, hey, can you bring me this?
Hey, but you know what, bro? Aside from convenience, I think it creates opportunity for like say now, for example, like
For new businesses.
for new businesses, not just in the sense of like, well, things are easier, but guess what? Now I don't have to spend my time doing all that.
Yeah.
It makes my workflow faster. For example, like, you know, if we talk about all the technology that's happening or all the changes with like Photoshop and stuff, what is it doing? Like, it's making things faster.
Yeah.
So if you are using any, like, for example, this, like, you're showing me this, the Apple Vision Pro is what it's called.
It's called the Apple Vision.
The Apple Vision. So you're showing me the Apple Vision, and I'm automatically thinking, how can I use it for my work to
Yeah.
make things easier? And we talked about it, like, you know, you could be in a plane, you could be anywhere. You don't have to carry something. That I don't know though is if, like, you know how I asked you off camera if this was just like an interface to where you had to plug it up a fuerzas to a device
Yeah.
to give you that power.
No, I think it's
A standalone.
it's a standalone. Yeah.
So see, that's convenient, bro, because now you don't have to take your laptop case. You don't have to take nothing.
No.
You take your little, you know, vision, your little goggles or whatever. And bro, because I know it's happened to me before, to where I'm somewhere and then I'll forget to either send an email or do something or whatever. The convenience is just like reaching, parking,
Yeah.
putting it on, getting it done, sending it out, and going about your way.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah,
You know what I
'cause
mean?
it for like emails and stuff, you put it on. It kind of works like kind of with Siri. I don't, but it doesn't say it does Siri, but it says like you speak and it'll type it out. Like they say you go because it's like hands on. Like you can click like your email, boom. You start a new email, boom. Dear Mister whatever, this that. Send email, and then you get to go.
Yeah, bro. So that's what I see. Now,
Yeah,
if we look at it from a, I don't know, old school parent kind of standpoint, it's like, if I can't get my kid off of the, and not me, like, you know, in general or whatever, but, you know, if my kid's so invested, you know how back in the day,
Yeah.
bro, we used to like want to be, they used to get mad at us
for playing
for
video
being outside. Like, dude, come inside already. It's
Yeah.
dinner or whatever.
or just even playing Nintendo.
And then, yeah.
But nowadays, kids get paid thousands and thousands of dollars to play games, bro. It's crazy. Like back then, it's like, oh, you spend all your time playing video games, this and that. You're never gonna do anything with your life. And I was like, oh, and I can get paid $100,000 a month just to play video games.
And it's crazy how times change, bro, because that same conversation has gone on through generations. Because back then it was like, maybe like, what are you going to do with art? What are you going to do with basketball?
Yeah.
What are you going to do with football? Get a real job or do this or do that?
You take
know?
pictures, like what
You
do you
take
do with that?
pictures like, oh, that's nice. But where do you work at?
Yeah, like what do you do?
Yeah, what do you really do? You know what I mean? And it's like, I take pictures.
Yeah. I mean, what's his name? The little kid, Ryan.
Ryan,
He
just
plays with toys, bro.
exactly, bro.
He plays with toys. Got a deal. Now he has his own toy line, and he's killing it in Target and Walmart and
And
YouTube.
crazy, bro.
I think he was like 6 years old, and he was making millions of dollars. And now he's probably banking even more, and he can continue his career now. Now it's not kid toys. Now it's like bigger kid toys, like Nintendos and stuff like that. And then when he gets even older, now it's adult toys.
Oh,
like
bro, even if he
cars and stuff.
even if he chooses to, like, you know what, I'm done with YouTube. Like, bro, all that capital that he built for just reviewing toys, bro, is like
Yeah.
insane.
He could start his own toy line.
Yeah.
then-
But then again, I think it's how the end user or how that person is taking whatever's going on, you know?
Mhm.
Because you can have a kid review toys and not want to do anything with that.
Yeah.
Or the kid's like, man, the parents are like, man, you spent all day doing that. It's like, what are you gonna do with it? So it kind of like depends. So I think that if we go back to like stuff like this, it all has to do with how the person really uses it or misuses it. Because it's like social media,
Yeah.
right? Like you can use it for good, you can use it for bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but man, I'm all up for
I mean, it's new technology, bro. Like this is what the young generation now, like the kids that are like in first grade preschool, it's gonna be like that movie. They're gonna go in. It's kind of like, have you ever seen that movie called Gamer? I think it's called Gamer.
I think I've seen it, bro.
Like Ready Player One is one thing, and then Gamer is a different thing because Gamer, they are actually playing with real people. I don't know.
Oh,
If
no,
you don't remember that one? I think it's Russell Crowe.
I gotta watch
I
it.
think it's Russell Crowe that comes out in that movie. So they're inmates, right? And they're on death row. They're gonna die anyways. So they get those, and then it's kind of like it's a first. I think it's a first person view, or I don't remember what it is, but they get the opportunity to play a game, or they get played by a kid. It's a random kid, and they have this arena. You get to
I think I have seen.
yeah. If you survive 10 games, then you get to go free. That's the basically what it is. So it's all up to the kid, and plus they're playing like they're in the movie. The kid is in he's in a room, just a room, an empty room. It has I think has a couch, and he's playing like he's the dude, and he like jumps and ducks and stuff and everything, and it's like the next step after like the goggle stuff.
That's
It's
crazy.
just a room when you can just be anywhere, do anything, and it's crazy. Even like the goggles, like it was saying, like like you have your laptop and then you put them on. You look at your laptop for like a couple seconds, and then it like links up to your goggles, so you can like edit photos, edit videos, and do everything you do on your laptop on on the the goggles or the I'm guessing it's goggles.
So I guess it's a good time to ask if anybody wants to sponsor $3,500 so we can try this out and do a review for y'all. Well, I'll love for it.
It comes out, I believe it said next year.
Also, it's not out yet.
It's not out yet. I mean, the beta version of it, like they send them out to like YouTubers.
Yeah, so they
that
can
do
check
tech
it out,
stuff,
test
so,
it out.
Yeah. So it's not the complete version.
If we
But-
would have started the podcast like
Last
years
year.
ago, bro, last year,
Neta.
maybe we would have gotten one.
So see like 4K, more pixels. Oh, more pixels than 4K TV on each eye. So see, it has those sensors, so it senses everything in your room, which is another way the government can track.
Oh my god!
I mean, the phones do it already. Have you seen that movie Snowden?
No,
You should watch it.
dang, bro. Hey, there's gonna be a link below to all these movies that
Everything.
he's talking about.
Everything.
Hey, we could do ASMR with this, like.
Oh, look, you can hook it up to your phone. Oh, you can. What? I guess you can use your phone as it. I don't know. But yeah, it's crazy, bro. See, it has all these sensors on the bottom, and it has your eye sensors, and it has sensors on top. It's crazy.
What was the first device that you saw like this? Was it the VR?
I think it was the Oculus is the first.
The
one.
Oculus. And I know my daughter has an Oculus, bro, but it was just like she didn't really use it a lot.
Uh-huh.
But it was pretty cool, bro.
I never got to use it. I never got to use one. But that was like basically the first VR, because the graphics were not that great either.
No.
It was like very like Roblox.
Hey, but
type.
no, but hold on. I mean, at the time it was like,
Oh, yeah.
how? Because you remember, like
At the
now,
time,
now if you look at the like now if you look at like if you remember back in the day, it was like, wow, this is so real looking. But
Yeah.
then you look at it now and it's like, what the heck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do that from time to time. Like you watch a movie when you were a kid and you're like, oh, that looks bad. And you watch it now, and you're like, were the graphics that shitty or
Bro, have you ever seen the movie? I was gonna say Final Fantasy. Oh dang, I can't forget the name right
Faculty?
now. No,
Which one?
no. They had a Drago, flying dragon.
Oh, the never ending story?
The never-ending story, bro.
Story, yeah.
Those movies were like, to me when I was a kid, I was like everything mixed in one, bro. Creativity, fantasy, like
It was a
all
dog
that stuff
dragon.
that we like, bro. Like, oh my god, I want a dragon like that one, and I could hug it.
It's a dog.
It's a dog, you know. But now I watch the movie now, and it's kind of like, man, I don't
Yeah.
get the same feeling, bro.
Because we're used to like all the graphics from now.
Bro, yeah,
So
dude.
your brain is comparing like then to now. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah, bro.
It's a big difference.
So it don't hit you the same
Nah, it
no more,
doesn't.
you know.
But then you watch a movie like when you watch Ready Player One, bro, you're gonna be like, damn, like the graphics are crazy, bro.
I'm gonna watch
Because
that.
it goes from the real person to the video game. And then it goes back and forth with the real person, the video game, real person, video game. And it's like the graphics are good, bro. In the video game.
Yeah.
and in real person también, because it's like in the future. I think it's like 2035, because this movie was made. Oh, this movie was made in 2018. So like the movie's based on like in the future or 2035, 2045 or something like that. Which is funny because
We're
most of the
almost
old movies that are like futuristic and stuff are based into like 2020. And
I know.
we're in 2023 and it's like, it wasn't that great.
Like back in the future,
Yeah, Back to the Future, yeah.
Back to the Future.
And
Hey, but they do got them shoes now.
yeah, they do. And even the hoverboard.
The
Tony
hoverboard
Hawk
too.
made one. I think it was Tony Hawk made it, or somebody made it, and like Tony Hawk was riding it. It only hovered like this far,
But I mean, still,
they still did it.
hey,
Yeah.
it's still.
But I mean, that's just a step, bro.
Bro, we got cars that like drive on their own. Like when were you like pretty soon we'll have flying cars.
True. Maybe. Well, they do kind of do.
Really?
Have you seen the Jetson? Have you seen the Jetson one?
And like the actual no, I saw a TikTok. I think of an actual like you're.
It's called the Jetson. I think it's called the Jetson.
Does it sound like that too? Like the jet?
No, it's basically like a big ass drone.
Oh yeah, the Jetson one.
Oh, you can't play it. Oh yeah, I can play it.
It's all good, but I know what you're talking about now.
Oh, it's on images. My bad. Oh, so it didn't work. Here. It's called the Jetson. I think this came out like 7 years ago. Oh, come on. I hate commercials, bro. So the Jetson one is basically like a one person drone, because I know that another company made like a family drone. So I mean, people like me, you that fly drones, this probably would be super easy to pick up, and it's I think it has like a 45-minute flight, and it's a drone, but like you get in it like in a cockpit, and it has 4 propellers like a drone, and you can fly. And it's electric. You plug it into like kind of like an EV car, like a what's it called? Tesla. You just plug it into the wall.
Oh, that's dude.
And it's a drone, bro.
And I was
like, imagine how convenient that would be. You just, hey, I gotta go to Laredo. You don't have to do all these turns. Just straight line. Maybe in the future they'll have parking spots for these things, where you can park it and then you can rent a car or call an Uber or a Lyft and then go to the mall.
That's nuts, right, dude?
It's crazy, bro. But I mean, those are the possibilities. So, and I think it goes like 80 miles an hour. So it goes as fast as a car. And you can go anywhere.
That's crazy, bro.
It's
hey, and behind all these things was a nerd like you and me, bro.
It's somebody with a vision, bro.
Somebody with a vision, Or you know what? Sometimes
it's
like
possible,
because there's people that are like, man, I have the vision, but I need somebody that knows how to put it together.
Yeah, it was basically what Elon Musk does.
Yeah,
he's the guy with the vision, and he gets the people that know how to.
Bro.
He gets the people that know how to do it, and hey, this is what I need, this is what I want, and then it gets made. Now you have a Tesla car. You got the Roadster that hasn't came out yet, and the truck.
Hey, bro, it's crazy because like when we were kids, yeah, that's what I was getting to. Because when we were kids, it was like NASA, and then here comes a guy,
just a random
guy, that got tired of like regular stuff. Like, man, I got
pretty smart guy too.
Yeah, hella smart guy, bro. And if you see, like, I've seen his interviews, like on Joe Rogan or whatever,
dude.
And bro, it's like, I don't know, the way he talks or what he says is like, it's mind blowing, bro, because he's saying a lot of stuff that is like, dang. Like, I mean, you've obviously seen the interviews, but he speaks some stuff that is like, wait, no way.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's doing it, you know what I mean? So we're thinking about NASA, like back when we were kids or whatever. And now it's like I said, some random, very smart guy comes and it's like, oh, you know what? And I like to look at it this way because, like, I would love to be in Elon Musk's shoes, right? Because, like, oh, I'm bored. Like, let's just build a space station,
Bro.
You know what I mean?
Do what he did. The board company. He made a flamethrower, bro. I guess he was bored. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
And he sold. I think he sold like. I believe it was like 2,500.
Bro, can you imagine how many injuries you and me would have if we have that kind of money coming up with stuff like that?
Bro, I'd be broke. I'd be broke, bro. If I had that kind of money, I'd be broke. Be buying all the gadgets that come out every year.
For real.
Even if it's like
minimal change to the
change,
next
yeah.
one. Nah, but you say that, bro. But I think we'll put everything to use
Yeah.
in some kind of way.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
that's the reason I don't buy an iPhone until mine breaks, because it's only like little small details that they change. So I had an iPhone 8, and until that one broke, I got a new iPhone, which was the 11, which is the one I have now. We're already in 14. It probably lasts another year. So when the 15 comes out, this one will probably break, and then I get a 15.
Yeah,
You know,
they get you, bro.
if it's minor changes that happens, bro, I just don't go for it.
Hey, do you think that they do something to like the phone so it can start kind of like lagging?
no, they
and
do.
stuff? They do, right?
They do. It got
force you.
disclosed and they got sued.
Dang.
A lot of people, they got sued for a lot of money because they opened, like, I don't know if it was in the terms and what is it called? The terms and
Conditions.
conditions where it said that, or I don't know, somebody leaked it out, but it did say that older phones, they mess with them so they get slower.
Oh, it was actually on writing though.
Yeah, it wasn't writing. So where it make you buy another phone, basically.
That's not, but that was like in the contract. Like
It was,
the people were able to read that.
Yeah, somebody read it and then they leaked it out. But who reads the terms and conditions?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, bro.
I
Like,
don't.
dang, like maybe it's a smart idea to read the terms, but it's because they give you pages and pages sometimes that is like membre accept.
Because they say like, oh, nobody's gonna
Agree
read
and
54
continue.
pages. Yeah,
bro.
nobody's gonna read 54 pages of this. So yeah, bro, that's what they did.
So then they don't do that no more.
I don't know. They probably still do.
Probably right. They just found a loophole,
Yeah,
and we'll give them the
or they just make the technology not last that long.
yeah.
You know, because that's what they you know.
Oh, you need an update for this now.
No, that's what they did to light bulbs, right?
What?
Light bulbs lasted too long, and it's somewhere you can look it up.
So
where
they gave them life now.
they made them not last long enough because I don't know if you know that fire station. I think it's in New York or somewhere that they have that light bulb that's been burning for like 100 years or 300 years, something like that, and it's still on. So they made light bulbs too good, so they were like, "Yo, we need to not make them that good, so people can buy more and more and more and replace them every year, every 2 years, or whatever." So they also did that to that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How do you know all this stuff, bro?
Just use this information in my brain. I don't know, bro. I just pick things.
It's crazy because every time I ask you something, it's like, wait, and does this. And see, bro. And you show me something, it's like, what the heck? Dude?
Yeah. Like I know parts of it and then I can just look it up and I'll show you the whole
Let me look
thing.
in the archive.
Let me look at my.
That's crazy. Nah, but I think technology is good, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's I like it.
I like it.
I mean,
too.
we live off it,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
what's not to like?
for real.
And if you don't move with technology, you just fall behind, bro. Because every year something new pops up, something different is doing. Like we are in the media space that we have to kind of keep up with, like social media and the changes and the what's it called, the algorithms and all this stuff. So we know what's going on, what's hit, what's in, what's popular. Like the new AI Photoshop thing, bro. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people like it,
Bro, in a lot of groups, I see it and they're like, and there was a comment that really bugged me, bro. I don't know, for whatever reason. It's like, man, all these years of hard work and everything for AI to just come and it's like, bro, I'm to each their own or whatever. But I'm like, man, quit crying, bro. Like, learn how to use it, learn how to monetize from it, learn how to grow from it. It's like me saying, like, oh man, I remember when we didn't have wheels on our car. We had horses. Like, now all that hard work racing these horses. Like, bro, like, nah, fam, get with the program. You know, technology just, and it's gonna keep growing, bro. You know, a lot of the stuff now that I see that maybe back in the day, like when I was younger or whatever, was like, oh wow. Now I see stuff and it's like, oh wow. It's like 20 times better now, you know. And if you know how to use, or if you learn how to use it, if you want to learn how to, if you want to move with it, like there's a lot of like convenience there and a lot of other things, that good things that can come with it, you know.
Yeah, because you know how my brain works, bro. I like to see.
Well, no, not really, bro.
Well, yeah, but I like to see, like, I give everything the benefit
Yeah.
of the doubt. You know, I give people the benefit of the doubt. I give equipment benefit of the doubt. I give everything the benefit of the doubt. So I'm like, okay, partially they're right and partially they're wrong. You know, if you see it both ways, it comes back to convenience. Now it's convenient for us to integrate AI because Sasuke, like, we don't have to spend 2 hours trying to take that tree off of there and then blend everything
So,
in.
so let's
fix it
kind
off.
and let's kind of touch up on like what it is, because I don't know, maybe there's some people that
That
will
don't
be
know.
watching that don't know what it is. So Photoshop, of course, is a photo editing program, graphic program, and they implemented AI into it. And what AI does is you simply open this little, you press a button and it opens this little plugin. You marquee what you want to add, what you want to take off, and you simply type. Say I have an image of, I don't know, a dog, right? And I want to put another dog in there, but I don't want to go and take the time to find a dog online, cut it out of the background, put it in there. So all I gotta
Manipulate it.
do, manipulate it, the colors in it. So all I gotta do is tell AI, like, hey, this is the spot where I type in, uh, put a dog,
Yeah. Or a football.
a football.
Yeah.
And guess what? AI goes into this database or whatever, however it works, and boom, puts a football on there. So now you got to do.
And it gives you options.
It gives you options of
Yeah.
what kind of football. Yeah, because you were
This one.
using it last time, and I was like, Allah, that's crazy, you know. So that's what AI does basically, and AI has been very popular lately. You know, now you have like whole songs
Everything.
being like made just with AI and stuff.
Yeah.
And it is scary. It might be kind of negative to a lot of like artists or a lot of like people doing this, but you
I
have to learn how to live with it.
Yeah. But I think the AI music thing comes back to whenever we were young and was a Napster came in,
Uh-huh.
where people started like downloading music and uploading music and downloading it for free. I think they're trying to do the same thing with the AI music stuff, because I think, if I'm not wrong, or if I heard it right, they're gonna try to limit that.
That's what I was gonna say.
They're gonna limit,
like, legalize that.
yeah, who makes it or how they make it, or not. You can make an AI song. I believe you can make an AI song, but you cannot be using other artists' voices.
Yeah.
I think that's what they were talking about. Like, and if you do, you're probably gonna get sued.
Regulate it.
Yeah, regulated. Because I know Ice Cube said it. Like, anybody uses my voice for an AI song, I'm gonna sue you straight up. He's like, I ain't playing with that. Because he went through the Napster thing, and back in those days,
Yeah.
you know, he's from that generation where they were in their 20s, and they, back then it was way harder to do to get out there and make music, and then, or sell albums, because you had to sell physical albums. Like, it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna just download music.
Yeah, I'm just download music.
It wasn't like,
upload
yeah,
it,
the album.
SoundCloud or
Yeah, it
whatever.
was, Apple iTunes has the album of Ice Cube. You know, and it wasn't like that. But then that's when the internet started coming out, and people figured out, or some smart guy figured out how to upload music and then make it free for everybody. And he obviously got in trouble, and I think got sued, or I don't know what the hell happened to that guy. But yeah, they're trying to regulate it to where if you do AI music, you can't use.
A voice of a certain artist.
Yeah,
because
like-
I heard another podcast of a buddy of mine where he played the song of, it was a Drake song, bro,
Yeah.
and I had never heard about it, and I told somebody about it. They're like, "That's old." I'm like, "Bro, I just heard." I'm like,
Yeah.
"That sounds like Drake."
Yeah, it does, dude.
Like, that's crazy.
People
bro.
thought it was. People thought it was his song for weeks and months, and people, it was like the number one song.
Even Drake jamming to it. Like, dang, when did I make
When did I
this?
make
You
this
know
song?
what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah.
And they were like, it's not even Drake. It's made by AI. So, and then there comes a conspiracy theory about it too. You know, like, now they can use your voice to say whatever they want.
Well, no, hold on, bro. Like, I've been seeing that. Is it really a conspiracy theory? Because I think it's already been done, bro.
People say it's conspiracy, but it's not. Like, I can easily say, record. We're recording. I'm talking to you, and I can manipulate it to where you say, "Oh yeah, you
The
can have my
tones
car for
and
free."
yeah.
And I can bring it up to you obviously have to get like special people to like break it down, see what it is. You eventually find out, but if you're good enough to manipulate that AI to really sound like you probably lose cases and stuff.
Hey, bro, because listen, like, what about yeah, that's true. Because you remember autotunes when autotunes. I don't know how long autotunes been used, but I remember autotunes because of T Pain
Well, it was done before that
way
too.
before,
Yeah,
right?
like in the 90s.
Okay, so what does
80s.
autotunes do? I could have like
Pitch corrects.
pitch corrects, it corrects the voice, right? So it works with your tones and everything. So, bro, come on, like if I have somebody call me, and even if I say hello, they're already picking up tones in my voice
Yeah.
that could be used or that could be duplicated, I guess, into making like, okay, if we're talking about AI and everything, implementing all these things, bro, they can make me sound, they can make whoever sound like me.
Well, in the case of like artists, there's so much audio of their voices out there that you can manipulate it any way
Whatever you want, bro.
People like us that don't have that much, recordings of ourselves, it'll be kind of hard. But I would imagine you just need one conversation and you're good. You're good enough to manipulate it however you want it. But like people like them, like movie stars and artists and stuff like that, was so much.
You pull out a movie from this person, done.
So much vocal audio out there that you can just AI can just pick and choose. Okay, this tone, this conversation is like this, and like that, and then just make a song, bro. That's how that guy made it.
And that's how I go back to technology could be used for good. It could be used for bad. Because man, you've gotten scam calls before.
Oh yeah. I don't answer no those.
Sometimes I answer. Well, now I don't answer them no more because I'm like, nah, they're gonna duplicate my voice.
No,
but before I used to like toy with them, bro, and it was like to toy with them and everything. But it's like sometimes they tell you things that is like they know. Like, how do they know these things? Like, there is so much data on us out there, bro. That is, it's nuts.
But I was gonna say, dang, I forgot. It had to do with the. No, I forgot.
Tones, voice.
No, I forgot.
Dang it.
But yeah, it came back to like that, like like the guy, he probably didn't think he was doing anything bad. Like, oh, I made a badass song, and Drake
starts showing it and everything.
He probably thought it was cool, but then you get like lawyers and people like that involved. They're like, oh no, that you can't do that. That's illegal. But for him, it was probably like, oh shit, look at what I made. It's badass. But for other people and like Drake and them, they're like, can't do that, bro. That's my voice. You're stealing my identity, basically.
Hey, because also like how fast they move.
Oh yeah,
because now technology, bro, you can literally, bro, you upload a picture on something like
you upload anything that's good enough, it'll go viral
big time
instantly, bro, and you'll be everywhere in minutes. And like people with a big platform, you make a song and you put Drake's new hot single, and that's just gonna go everywhere, bro.
And it's not like, oh my god, delete. I was just playing, delete. Sorry, buddy, it's everywhere now.
It's everywhere because people grab it, repost it, and like download it and start spreading it. So once it's out there, bro, it's out there, and there's no way to. You probably need like government hackers to like sweep the internet and just take everything out.
That's crazy, bro.
It's insane, bro. And back to the Photoshop thing, we were talking about like. It is good, but it's not good enough yet.
Yeah, but it's still the beta.
Yeah, it's still the beta version. But even the beta version is pretty good. Sometimes you get some creepy images when you're trying to like put something in there.
Yeah.
But like I tried it and it gave me a good picture. Like I had the picture that I took, but it was like a 5x7 maybe photo. And I made it bigger and then just made it fill in, like I selected the space. Selected part of the picture so it kind of picks up what you're trying to fill in, and then all you gotta do is just put fill, and it'll like fill in.
Oh, so that picture you didn't put like I want to walk here and
no,
you just put fill and
fill it in, yeah.
And they did pretty good.
And then I did the side and it put up.
They stay with the theme, bro.
Yeah, it did.
That's nuts.
And the craziest thing is that it made it. You know how when we were in school, it tells you like, you have your forward, your mid, and then your background. it gave me that, and I took it here in a wall with there at the
Yeah.
what's it called?
At
The museum. And it just added more, and it look good. But como te digo, you still have to go back. You still have to go back and tweak it and feather out, because you can kind of see like the outline of your photo or like your original
Yeah.
picture. So you have
So
to
you
go
have to
back and
clean that up.
clean it up.
Oh, and
Even
then
the colors. I mean, you have to like adjust your colors because it's generated. It wasn't like part of your picture. So it's just trying to give you something similar to it, but it's still off. As photographers, we can tell, but to somebody that doesn't
because
do
you showed it to somebody.
yeah, I showed it to somebody that were like, "Oh shit, where'd you do that?" And it was a picture that I took, like, of that client that I took. They were like, "When did we take that?" I was like, "We didn't. I made it."
But they didn't see it. You see it. 'cause
Yeah,
you
but they don't
did
see it. But if I show it to you, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I can see the
it.
mark."
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And back to what we were saying, that Fabian, our professor, he told me that there is a software or a program or something you can install into Photoshop, I believe, or Lightroom, one of those. And it's an AI program or software that it'll learn the way you edit. And it all comes back to convenience that we were saying. You can install it and then run it for like a week, 2 weeks, a month, and it'll pick up your style of editing, your colors, the what you do to the skin and to the eyes, the hair, anything like that. And if you do something like, if you stick like, for us it kind of be a little tricky because we have a variety of things that we do, like weightings and pictures and sports and all this stuff. So it would, I don't say it would be maybe complicated for AI to learn it, but it would have to kind of tell the difference of what kind of photo it is.
Yeah.
You know, I imagine it can, but it'll edit your, like, you dump it into there and then it'll edit all your pictures the way you edit. You know what I'm saying? And then, I mean, for convenience,
Yeah, bro, because you can leave it doing that and you go and do something else,
do
you
something
know?
else, yeah. And instead of spending hours and days editing 1,000 pictures, 3,000 pictures, it'll take you maybe 30 minutes, half a day for the AI to do it, an hour, maybe even if it's a day, bro. You're not doing it; it's doing it for you. So you have more time to go do other things, other events, other photo shoots and stuff like that.
Dang, that does make a big difference, bro. Because you know, like, how long does it take you? I know you're pretty fast, but to edit a wedding.
Uh, if I sit down and do it, anywhere between 6 to 10 hours with no interruptions, I'm sitting down
In a perfect world.
in a
right?
perfect world. If not, then I could kind of spread it out throughout the week, and it take me a week, 5 days.
But then you know, like, if you have back to back, like, you know, you're gonna spend your time in, you know, in front of that computer for days.
Well,
so you really look for that convenience, bro.
I think it was NAB 2023 this year. I would like to go to one of those one day, bro.
What is it?
Go. NAB is the, I'm gonna chop this up. I think it's called the National Broadcast Society or something like that. It's basically, I'm probably wrong, but it's basically like all the equipment that is coming out that's new, like DJI and like Zoom and like broadcast stuff and editing stuff and Black Magic and stuff like that. Um, they have an event, a show. I think it's like a week, maybe anywhere from like 3 days to like a week long. In Vegas every year. I think this year was in April. In May or April. I think it was April. They had it and a bunch of new stuff coming out. DaVinci, which is, I think it's a software from Blackmagic. I believe it was DaVinci. I could be wrong. They have a video editing AI service. So let's say like a podcast. You have multiple cameras.
Oh, okay.
The multiple cameras, multiple shots. Nowadays, you kind of do it live and then you go. But if you don't have the capability of doing live, you say you have a camera here, a camera there, and then your full camera. You dump those 3 videos on top of each other. You sync them up. You dump them in front, and then you let AI basically chop it up for you. and it'll chop it up and do the switches and all that stuff for you.
Dang.
I think it works for like vlogs, and they were like displaying it and showing it how, and a lot of people have been like testing it out, and it's some kind of something similar to the AI Photoshop thing.
Mm.
You know, like imagine how convenient that would be if it could learn the way you edit weddings or the way you edit highlights and stuff like that. You just dump your footage and then it'll pick the footage for you and then it'll create something badass.
Yeah.
Like that would be convenient.
Big time.
But the thing is, if they have to make it to where it learns your style, you know, because
as
if
close as you as possible.
yeah, as close as you as possible. If nothing's perfect, so I'm pretty sure you have to go back and do a
Sure.
couple tweaks here and there. Maybe the audio is off synced a little bit or whatever. But I mean, that'll be sick, bro. Like it's technology is just moving forward, and like you said, some people hate it and some people like it, and I feel like the people that hate it, I don't want to say it that way, but I'm gonna say it anyways. The people that hate it want to kind of just stick to what they're doing. People like us, bro, we're open books to learning new things. We don't just like, oh, this is what I know and that's it.
That's it.
Nah, like we learn new things. We strive to learn how to do other things, or like what we do. We don't stick to one thing. So it's like we do weddings, we do quinces, we do events, we do shows, we do different things, pageants. So it's like we're very versatile that we have to. We will learn how to do other things, like figure it out.
Yeah.
So to us, it's convenience. For other people, that'd be like, okay, I'm going to do, let's say for pictures, I'm going to do maternity pictures. That's all I'm going to do. Yeah, I could see where they're like, everything I learned, and now it's like people can just do it. Well, it's because you have to keep, keep on a learning curve. Like you can't just stop.
Because at the same time, you're hurting yourself, I think, because it's like a client comes, is like, oh my God, can you do this? No, that's not my style, or no, that's not my thing. And yeah, everybody's got their own thing, their own style or whatever. But it's like, no, I like your style, I have this, but can you do this? And it's like, oh no, that's new stuff. It's like, guess what? You don't have that client no more. Somebody's gonna do it for them.
Yeah, somebody's gonna do it for them. The thing with us, bro, is like, oh, can you do that? We're like, yes.
And sometimes they will.
And then you're like,
know how to do.
Bro, can we actually do that? Like, no, but we'll figure it out, bro. We'll figure it out. And I do that a lot, bro. And I'm pretty sure you've done it too. You're like, oh, can you do this? Can you do that? I'm like, yes. We don't know how to say no, bro. We just, I don't know. We're just people pleasers.
Bro, sometimes we get ourselves in trouble because of that, bro. I know I do. It's like, oh yes, I got you. It's like, dang, I should have said that, bro. Like
that happened to me not too long ago. I was like, hey, what do you think? We need to, make a little something different. And I'm like, oh, let's do this, and this. And it look badass, documentary style.
Oh.
And then I'm like, I'm there for what I thought it was 3 weeks. I was there out for 2 months not trying to figure it out, but putting it together. It was 30 minutes long, but it was so much footage.
Content,
a lot of footage that I thought I lost weeks, bro. I thought I've been gone for like 2 weeks.
I was this close to losing my mind too.
I was like, I haven't gone to the office like 3 weeks. And my wife's like, you haven't gone to the office in 2 months.
It's been 84 years, like that meme.
Yeah. 30 years later. But yeah, like I kind of, ¿cómo se dice?
People pleaser, say yes,
not stepped on
your own foot.
Shot my own foot. Yeah, I shot my own foot, bro. It's like, yeah, we could do this, and my idea looked badass, and the final product looked sick, but doing it is like,
hey, but it's crazy because I've seen where you're like throwing ideas, and I'm over here like,
yeah, no digas nada.
I think internally you're trying to stop yourself, like, but I can't.
It's because the idea is too good, bro.
I know, bro, and they.
Like,
and then 4 months later,
yeah, like
you're finally done.
Kind of like the thing that we did with the ¿cómo se llama? The stock show. We offered like, we offered the Fair Association like, we do this shows and this. When we got there, if we would have tried to do all that, bro, we would have been in trouble. Not because we couldn't do it, because we didn't have the people to do it.
Yeah.
We were short on people. But it's very possible to do it and to make it work. But for what we had, which was like 3 of us, it would have been really hard.
It
to do
would have been.
We would have.
We would have slept at all.
Yeah, it would have been tough. It would have been tough, but I mean, what we did, what we offered,
But we could have.
Yeah, we could have. It's very possible. But at the time, we were short on people.
Yeah.
But I mean, it came out good, and it came out good. Like at
It
the
served
end,
its purpose, bro.
yeah, at the end it was good. But like we said, we were talking to our neighbor. If we get more people, then yeah, we can make a whole show, make it into something different,
Because
something
the
new.
ideas are there.
The idea is very good. The idea is very good, and not everybody can. I don't want to say not everybody can do it, but not everybody can do it for little. It's gonna cost a lot of money, but we can probably do it for less than, let's say, a big production would do. You know, let's say a big production comes and be like, oh yeah, we do it for 100,000. We could probably do it for like 50. You know, because the brains of a big production is basically like your main people.
Yeah.
Everybody else is just following orders. We are the brains and the following our own orders. You know, we're the ones who are hands on with everything. So we figure out how to do, we know how to do, and we get it done. When it comes a big production, it's basically you're telling this person, okay, this is what you're gonna do, and that's all you're gonna do. You know, and this is what you're gonna do, and this is all you're gonna do. And then they're just basically following what you're saying. Cut to here, cut to there, do this, commercial, whatever. And with us, it's like everybody has their job and everybody knows how to do, but everybody's doing more than what they're supposed to do, you know?
Still.
So,
and we go back to convenience.
and we go back to, convenience, bro.
Boiled down to that.
Boiled down to convenience. That's why we've moved from stationary cameras or handheld, not handheld, but manned cameras to
operator or whatever.
PTZ cameras, where I can control all the cameras and I can make it seem we have 10 cameras when it's just 3, you know, because you have different angles, different shots, zoomed in, zoomed out. And people probably didn't even know how many cameras we had, but you know, the end product was good.
It was actually very good. It was a big upgrade from the previous year, bro. Even with the screens that we put for everybody else to see over there, and again the angles and everything, I think it was good. And honestly, I wasn't as tired as the year before, bro.
No, I mean, that it comes back to having the right amount of people. You know, we still did a lot for because it was just 3 of us, and then the 2 guys, which also gives a hand with a bunch of other stuff. The 2 guys from the audio and screens, they were the ones helping us move the cameras down there for the projects, because we didn't even think about that. Like that was it just like went over our heads. Like we were thinking about like the show itself, and we're like, oh, the project, forgot, you know. But we did have that one camera that went this way, but most of the projects kind of like, you know, went at an L, and the ones in the back of the bleachers we couldn't get to. So we had enough cameras to where we put one there, which is somebody to move it around and place it, and it worked. It worked. But yeah, bro, like convenience is a lot of things. Technology is moving forward. It's it's a good and a bad.
But yeah, because during that show we saw the technology. We had to move up and upgrade our what we had available.
Yeah.
And it made it easier.
Oh yeah.
It made it easier. And it made it better. And it makes it better not just easier, not just easier for us, but it makes it better for the client.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh man, that's cool. That's whatever, this and that. Like they loved it, bro.
Yeah. And I mean that's what we do, bro. Like as us, as a unit, like we like to kind of undersell and over deliver, you know, which can be a good thing and a bad thing, because then it's a good thing because then we get more clients. It's a bad thing because then we gotta one up it next year, you know?
Yeah, bro. But I think it goes down with culture, bro. Did you ever have like anybody like because I know my dad would tell me this. He said, I remember he would tell me like, I don't care if you choose to clean toilets for a living. Make sure that you see yourself on that toilet when you're done cleaning it.
Yeah.
So it's like always the like doing your best at whatever you do, you know? And the thing with us, bro, I think that when we're doing our best, we always think that it could be better.
Yeah.
And it's true. It can be. And we don't know when to stop.
Yeah, we don't.
We're like, hold on. Like right now, like this, like chill.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we don't know when to stop because we know that we can do it. And it's not that we can't. We know we can, but sometimes we don't have the capability of doing it. Like we have something that's missing, or like either software or people or, or hands or, somebody to do whatever we want to do.
Yeah.
And we talked about it, like the football stuff we do here with the school. Like we want to do so much, but then again, it's like we're already doing a lot. And then it's like, yeah, but the kids, like
we
So-
don't know when to stop.
we don't know when to stop, bro. We don't know when to say no. And to be honest, bro, like not to tune our own horns, but what the quality that we give is it's really good, bro. It's better than any other place that's doing high school football.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, bro, you know what I'm thinking? You ever seen whenever there's a famous person, there's somebody walking behind them, like, and when they're talking to them, they're like tapping them,
Oh yeah.
and they're like, "Okay, let's go,
Yeah,
let's go." I think we need something like that,
Like
bro.
a- like a handler?
That's it.
Yeah, like
That's
a
it.
handler. That's
But I got no. That's it. No, but that's it. You know what I mean?
yeah. Like, be quiet.
Yeah, like shut up already.
A mute button. Like,
For real, bro.
Stop.
But man, I think today's episode. I mean, anything else, bro? You wanna?
I mean, we can keep going, but
I know, bro. But
I
again,
think that's
we
good.
need to stop, right?
Yeah, we need to stop.
And that is a prime example of what we're talking about.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, bro. Nah, but I think today was a hella good episode, bro.
Yeah, bro.
And this is the first one that we were kind of like, what are we gonna talk about? But it came out, man.
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of things. There's like 4 pages that we didn't even talk
I
about.
know that's true. That's
You
true.
know,
But hey,
because it's a lot, bro. It's there's a lot happening in the world, down here in our town, and there's so much we can talk about in so limited time. And I mean, I think we touched on 2 pretty good things, like the goggles, the technology. Basically, talking about technology this whole video. The Photoshop thing, the video thing, AI, basically. And I think it was a good episode, bro.
I think so too. And what I like about this podcast, bro, is that because right now we're talking about technology, but tomorrow we could be talking about something totally different. And
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna like about this one, bro. That
Switch it up.
switch all types of topics that everyone can, I think, relate to at some point. So
Yeah, just
That's
questions that other people have. Like we have them. I'm pretty sure other people.
yeah,
have,
definitely.
Yeah,
because it's true. Because sometimes when I go to Google and I start typing like some random question, like it fills it in. It's like, oh, damn, somebody else has
Top
this
search.
question. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, cool. So yeah, man. So I guess that's it for today. I guess everybody, thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next one, man.
Yeah.
Let's see what we come up with for the next one. It'll be good.
I got topics.
Oh, nice. All right.
All right. Peace.